City of Erie police responding to a number of overnight shootings, one of which lands a man in the hospital.
Daycares and academic facilities are gearing up to welcome students back. We're checking in to see how they're preparing.
And 3 Texas police officers are shot and injured after a suspect opened fire and barricades himself inside of a home.
In high definition from your news leader, this is 1024 Action News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. A busy early morning for Erie police as they responded to several reports of shots fired across the city. Between 2:45 and 3:20 this morning, police were called to a number of locations. The first call came into the 600 block of East 24th Street, where a gun casing and a live round were found. Now, soon after, they were called to 6th and Wallace and then to East and 30th and Holland, where a gunshot victim was taken to UPMC Hammett. Now, police aren't sure if these incidents are related, and they continue to investigate. And Erie County's latest COVID-19 numbers increased by double digits again in the past 24 hours. The Department of Health reporting 11 new positive cases, bringing the total number to 1,211. Across the Commonwealth, the Pennsylvania Department of Health reports 660 additional positive cases, bringing the statewide total to over 124,000. And there were 3 new deaths reported, bringing that total to 7,468. And Crawford County reporting 168 cases, Warren County 23, Chautauqua County reporting 263 cases tonight, and Ashtabula County, Ohio reports 588. And Jet 24 Action News is your local election headquarters. Tomorrow, the first live-streamed, socially distanced Democratic National Convention kicks off in Milwaukee as President Trump plans to campaign in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Meantime, the battle over mail-in ballots intensifies as both sides argue the role of the U.S. Postal Service plays in the upcoming election is pivotal. ABC's Megan Tavrizian is in San Diego with the latest.
Today, the battle over mail-in voting escalating.
I am deeply, deeply concerned about Trump's effort to undermine American democracy by defunding the Postal Service.
They're trying to change the rules and try to institute something that normally takes 5 to 10 years to put in place and rush it through, and universal mail-in voting has been a disaster.
At the center of the debate, the U.S. Postal Service and Louis DeJoy, a GOP mega donor and the newly appointed Postmaster General. DeJoy's recent restructuring of the post office prompting protests outside his house over the weekend. DeJoy is under fire for cost-cutting measures months before the 2020 election, while states are bracing for a record number of mail-in ballots. The Trump administration warning mail-in voting problems could compromise the vote. But Democrats argue it's necessary in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, and that claims of voter fraud are unsubstantiated.
But there's no evidence of widespread voter fraud. There's no evidence that there's not either.
President Trump now threatening to cut additional funding the post office says it needs to handle the surge in mail-in ballots.
Universal mail-in voting is going to be catastrophic. It's going to make our country a laughingstock all over the world.
But one of Trump's campaign spokespeople this morning suggesting that funding may happen if Democrats agree to his coronavirus relief bill.
He said, yes, he is willing to make that deal.
But after weeks of negotiations, talks are at a standstill. Megan Tavrizian, ABC News, San Diego.
And for all your latest election news anytime, you can check out our website, yourerie.com. As the new school year quickly nears, daycares and academic centers are gearing up for its students' return. Now, this comes after Erie School Board's approval on a revised reopening plan. Star Bodie joins us in the newsroom with how these facilities are preparing. Hi, Star.
Hi, Brian. This revised reopening plan is going to have to tailor to more than 11,000 Erie School District students. So now places like the MLK Center and the Eagles Nest is stepping in to prepare for the school year.
We're losing precious and valuable time, learning time, teaching time, academic time.
The clock is quickly ticking to the new school year. Bishop Dwayne Brock of the Eagles Nest Corporation is already hard at work getting ready for the return of more than 70 students.
Constant sanitizing of handrails and doorknobs and desks and that type of thing, just to make sure that these young people are safe, even though they may be asymptomatic.
The Eagles Nest Corporation will also socially distance students throughout different campus buildings as a health precaution. 5th, 6th, and 7th grade students are expected to head back to campus for in-person learning.
They need to be in the classroom, and they need to have a teacher to be able to ask questions. Of course, parents have to go to work, so they can't be looking over their child's shoulder.
Since Erie School District is using virtual learning, the MLK Center wants to step in and help parents that are going back to work. The center also expects to dedicate some staff members to helping students with virtual learning lessons.
Completing their instruction as they would do if they were at home. But the difference is they'll be under our guidance, so we don't have to worry about different things happening at home that the parents wouldn't be at home to oversee.
Temperature checks and masks will also be necessary for students returning to the facilities. Now, students at the Eagles Nest are expected to begin classes on September 8th in person. The MLK Center is still working on a set schedule for these students' return. Brian?
Thank you, Star. 3 police officers are injured but in stable condition after getting shot in an Austin, Texas suburb Sunday. At about 6 in the evening, the Cedar Park Police Department tweeted that the suspect was still barricaded inside a home. Now, officials warn that the scene is still active, and police say the officers encountered the shooter while responding to a residential call. And police in Portland, Oregon say 2 officers were hurt when protesters threw a nearly 10-pound rock at them. Now, the protests began peacefully on Saturday night as hundreds of people gathered at a park east of downtown. But around 11 p.m., police say protesters began throwing rocks, frozen eggs, and glass bottles at officers. And police say one of the rocks weighed 9.5 pounds and was thrown by a group of people wearing press signs. Now, both officers went to the hospital. No word on their condition, and the incident happened on the city's 79th consecutive night of protests against police brutality. And managers of the battle against the Grizzly Creek fire on Saturday listed the size of the blaze at nearly 20,000 acres. Now, the wildfire burning in Colorado's Glenwood Canyon continues to grow in areas, and there's no containment. Now, the fire is currently the top firefighting priority in the country.
This is everything I own, you know. Everybody in this is nervous. The whole Vail Valley is scared, you know. It's not just me, you know. Everyone's getting in the same mode as I am. I guarantee, you know, we live up here in these mountains. We're not exactly, we know something bad could happen.
Now, evacuations and pre-evacuation orders remain in place for that area. And the excessive temperatures straining California's power resources. Now, officials declaring a State 3 emergency and implementing rolling blackouts over the past few days to relieve pressure on the grid and to avoid mass outages.
We've staffed all our reserve engines, so all the extra engines that we have that aren't used at all times are all being staffed.
And the extreme heat is also impacting the firefight for crews battling several wildfires in the region. And coming up next on Jet 24 Action News at 11, local companies from throughout the county are continuing to give a helping hand. That's after Tom's first forecast. Hey, Tom.
Hello, Brian. Yeah, the West continues to bake.